And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Well, I'm just working on my corners here, getting everything ready to go. And yeah, I've got 1,600 fuel to take down to the toxic caves. Should have plenty of resources down there to work on this. Also, whoops, if you find yourself a little too overwhelmed by the brightness, especially with the Dazzlers are a good example. And let's see if we can get one of these to fire. I'm not sure if there's any cryo on this side to get this going, but we can see. One of the things is the melters, if you go away from the segment, the melters continue to work, but none of the cryo falls. So when you go back to the segment, all of that cryo will all of a sudden fall. So yeah, all of this stuff fell down. So if you're overwhelmed by that, I think the command is detail bloom, and it cuts that down so you can actually see what's going on behind there. So, and that cuts down on a lot of the blooming that happens in the game. So yeah, this melter is going strong. We are right at the end of the line, so the spawner is right behind there. So we're gonna head on back and try to drop off the fuel, because we need fuel to power the Magma borer. We're going to need several hundred fuel, plus I want to top off the fuel that's going into... Yeah, see, we're down to 13. I think I put 42 in there when we started. So yeah, there's only 13 left. Using a lot of power. But the chrome, you know, the chrome situation is beautiful. Now we're low on moly. Now moly is really the low end here. So I might do the same thing for moly that I did with chrome. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many more of these we're gonna need. I mean, 1,600 fuel. That's a lot. It's a lot of fuel. So let's head down to the toxic caves. Where's the hidden button? There's a hidden button here somewhere. Oh well. Oh, there it is. Toxicness. Alright, now get our bearings here. And those have no power. What happened to my power? Oh, really? What happened to the power? Can't find conduit. Can't. That's linked. What is going on here? What is going on here? Okay, there is a definite problem with these conduits. I'm gonna have to really debug these. See, that's what I was talking about. Seems like they lose what block they're supposed to be attached to. Let's do this. Do really have to be Mark IIIs, and it's not. Yeah, I need to. When I'm done with this recording session, we're gonna try to debug those, because that's not good. Crafting. Okay, yeah, I don't have enough materials for more. So let's see. I was expecting to come down here and have just tons of stuff ready to go. See, this conduit and this conduit aren't connected to these. And that's a problem, because this Mark III is connected to this Mark II, and that's not something that should happen. And I'm not sure what the deal is, so I'm gonna have to very carefully go through all that code. So yeah, I'm gonna break this one. That was a Mark IIs. That actually broke right. And this Mark III. Do I have Mark IIIs now? I do. Now, how about this one? Mark II? Oh, see, this one didn't break. Right. Okay, don't fall all the way down, please. See, this Mark II... Yeah, this Mark II is bugged out. Okay, so I'm gonna... It was actually... Was that giving me Mark 1s or Mark... I think that was giving me Mark 3s, as a matter of fact. And those are linked. Those look like they're still linked. That's good. What was powering those? Didn't I build a conduit over here to power these? This is very, very unsettling. Now, these are all linked. These are all vanilla conduits, though, so I'm gonna... Yeah, there's something wrong with all of this. One of the problems was, after I recorded a couple episodes, my computer locked up again, as it is wont to do. And, yeah, it didn't save. As you can see, it didn't save the rest of this. So something happened when my computer crapped out, and it did not like me at all. I really wish I knew why my computer did that, and I have no idea. So how much, only 7? Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so I guess none of these filled up. I expected all of these to be totally maxed out when I came down here, and none of them are. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I'm gonna have to really take a look at that. Okay, so this is filling in, and these are 50,000 power per second. So this is plenty of power to push through all of these and get all of the all of those things burning again. And then all of these are all Mark IIs, so can't find conduit. Whoa, whoa. There we go. Now these all should be running again. Except for these two, which are full of storage. Okay, that makes sense. Now, how are... Obviously, these are probably full. Yeah, you can see completely full. And now I need... Let's see. Do I have 125 there? And 200 there. I'm out here, so I need 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm not gonna mess around too much with too many numbers here. 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's 800 each, and there's 68 left in there. Unfortunately, because I know I came down and grabbed these, so part of that crash was it was forgetting that I was down here, which is kind of unfortunate. So we're gonna start this one up. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, and then I want this to be a 2000 slot hopper. Primed fuel rod right there. There we go. And now these are using some serious resources. And I want you there just as an extra. So 2, 4, 6, 8. What? And this one I also want to be maxed out. And this is going to be add only, and this is going to be add only. That's remove. That's remove. That's remove. Okay, so we should be good. As far as fuel goes, 800 on each. So there's quite a lot of fuel to push through here. I think it is 8. I'm pretty sure it's 8 per fuel. Yep, definitely 8 per fuel. So the first ones that empty are the ones way over here. These are the first ones. This line here has to drain out completely. God, that sucks that was all bugged out. How is this stuff faring? Oh, this is okay. Is this empty out yet? Oh, almost. It's almost empty. So awful. Looks like this goes pretty fast. Again, I think, yeah, see, I had to put another set on this side. In order for that to get up to speed, if I remember right. And then it started to, started to drain a little faster. Good. Now we can process some uranium. Finally. The system probably is fairly backlogged, as you can see. We are way backlogged. But it should process out through all this stuff pretty fast. 8 at a time. I mean, granted, we have 20 of these things running. That's still a significant amount. A significant amount of power. 20,000 power per second just with these. And then you add up another 100 for those, plus all of the filters. It's quite an expensive process, because this is all being powered right now off of that nuclear reactor. None of this stuff is connected. I should connect this anyway, so it's connected to the main system. So I'm just going to connect it with a regular laser. That way it's actually, you know, it sees all of this stuff. So as the base is paging in, it sees this laser, and it connects all of this stuff, and it just, all the conduits and stuff connect together. Everything is talking to one another. But yeah, I've got some bugs to fix, definitely, in this reactor mod. Those conduits I just sort of threw in the last update without a whole lot of testing, because they worked. I mean, they worked just fine, but apparently there are some errors with how these things function. So I'm gonna have to look at the code really carefully and check that out. Alright, now I think it's time to go up to the cold caves and craft the magma bore. So let's hop to it, and we're gonna jump up to the cold caves. And let's see, I need to charge Arthur. Oh, Now it's detecting 104 meters, although I don't think there's anything over here. Unless, oh no, it grew. Look at that. We had a growth spurt and it came in here. And it was trying to take over, but I've got some melters up and running, so that helped mitigate that little problem. I got melters all the way back here, but I don't think this is the one pipeline that I don't have, you know, so many batteries in. I did all the batteries on all of the other lines. So all of the other directions have batteries every, you know, 10 meters. And this is the one that doesn't have it. So it's got a lot of work to do. Although it does have 2 sets of dazzlers, which is helping clear all this out quickly. But you can see the difference as far as lighting goes with the bloom off. It's much easier to navigate. Whoa. Let's land solidly there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you can see that's why I picked the 11th block. It's 1 away from this, so let's see, right in here. Craft that, build that, middle click that, and there you go. More melting on the way. I just kind of go every so often to the corners to check on them and make sure the melters are doing their thing. Give the dazzlers a chance to fire once or twice, and there we go. Bob's your uncle. So, all right. Magma bore, where be you? Drill maybe? I forgot where this thing was. Magma bore component, there it is. So we need 3267 of these. Alright. Oh, we're gonna need a lot of these. So many. There it is, 3267. Okay, and let's find a spot we can use them. And magma bore component. Looks like a drill. There it is. So this is one corner. This is another corner. So let's super build to here. Pick up all the miscellaneous stuff. Build that. And super build this. Camelbot, you are in a really bad place. And I've already kind of scouted down. I've gone down deep and I've scouted to make sure that this thing is not going to actually hit anything that we want to keep around. It's kind of a good idea, although it's going to burrow through the very center of a 28 million molybdenum vein, which kind of breaks my heart. It's also going to burrow through a gigantic lithium vein, which, well, that breaks my heart a little less, but still, the molybdenum, that was a nice big vein, but, you know, unfortunately, we gotta burrow through it. Let's take out from this side. Let that build, because now we got 2 more layers to go. So what's the best way? It's hard to, this thing is so gigantic that it's hard to see the other side as you're building. There we go. So now this side we want to go up and then build and build. Make sure you don't double click that build. That would be bad. So coming over here, is that going to be completely in shadow? No, it's It's well lit. Okay, so this is the magma bore. Let's see if we can build this thing in decent time here. Oh, this is so many blocks. Okay, there's the middle layer. And I want to build... I want to drop myself down. Actually, I want to take this one out. I want to build that. Leave that gap right there. That way it doesn't finish. And I can just continue building and not worry that there's a gap right there. And not worry that it's gonna finish without me standing back and watching it gloriously finished. So, here we go. Alright, let's make sure this gets done. And then I'll place that last block. We've got one left, which is that keystone right there. This thing is so massive. Now remember, every time it puts one of these blocks in, it has to check this whole thing. I mean, this thing is huge. You can see there's a little bit of lag. Okay, now we should be able to push this last one in, get a stand back and look at it.
Structure complete.
Bingo. There is the magma bore. And now it has to do a huge search. It's got to look, and it's checking my dig for space, because it goes up a long ways. So it's got to do that check, and it's got to check many thousands of blocks. So it takes a while. So we've got a little bit before we need to power it, because we don't need to power it for this checking situation. And then the where does the... Okay, well, I'm thinking we can be able to put... I'm gonna try, but putting a pipe right here. I'm hoping that we don't have to use this spot for a pipe. This one right here. Not this one, this one. This is the middle. If we do, we can wrap that around and bring it out more towards the middle, because the distances involved with this are pretty nice. You can stretch those pipes quite a long ways. So this is now going up. It's finished this initial one, and now it's going up to find even more space. But that'll have to do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.